Grain and livestock markets closed mixed Thursday. This is the American Ag Network. I'm Corryn LaRue with this closing market wrap-up. Soybean futures held on to much of Wednesday's sharp rally through Thursday morning, supported by renewed optimism around potential Chinese buying, while the rest of the grain complex finished mixed. Soybeans were up 10 to 11 cents early and traded overnight near the upper end of Wednesday's range. Corn and wheat failed to follow that move, hovering near unchanged as the session got underway amid continued concerns over export demand. Weekly export sales data offered little fresh support. USDA reported net corn export sales of 1.041 million metric tons, down 42% from the 4-week average and near the low end of trade expectations. Mexico and Japan accounted for nearly half of that total. Soybean export sales were particularly weak, coming in at just 436,900 metric tons, a marketing year low and down 72% from the 4-week average. Wheat sales totaled 373,900 metric tons, slightly above the recent pace, but still toward the bottom of trade guesses. While wheat exports remained solid year to date, the forward outlook was clouded by ample global supplies and increased competition from Southern Hemisphere production. Over in livestock, lean hog futures pulled back Thursday after failing to hold recent contract highs, with profit taking combining with sharp weakness in the wholesale pork market. The futures rally showed signs of running out of steam again, putting potential technical sell signals back on the radar. April and June contracts continued to offer the highest hedge levels for their respective periods since 2022 and remained technically overbought. The composite pork cutout value dropped $4.78 to $93, driven by a $19.49 collapse in pork bellies, adding pressure to hog futures despite firm cash hog prices. Taking a look at closing numbers, March corn's up 5.5 at $4.35. March soybeans up 20 at $11.12 and a quarter. March wheat up 8.5 at $5.35 and a quarter. March Kansas City wheat up 8 1/4 at $5.38 and a half. March Minneapolis wheat up 5.5 at $5.71. Moving over to the livestock complex, we've got February live cattle down 5.27 at $235.25. March feeder cattle down 6 at $364.07. And February hogs down 70 cents at $87.30. Thanks for joining me for this closing market wrap-up. I'm Corryn LaRue with the American Ag Network.